name is Spencer Johnson. I recently graduated here from MSU. I'm from Kalispell, Montana, so right by Glacier Park. And I studied chemical engineering, and I was also in the Honors College. This is the first building that we usually go in on our tours, and hopefully you'll get to see it when you come here on campus in the fall. But this is Asbjornson Hall. It is one of the new academic buildings on campus, and we were really grateful to receive $50 million from the namesake of this building, Asbjornson, who was a mechanical engineering graduate and is from a small town in Montana, and we got to build this awesome new space. So let's go check it out. So as you can see, this building is super new, it has everything open, and so one of the things that Asbjornson, who is the president and CEO of Aon, wanted was a bunch of open piping systems and heating and ventilation systems, just so engineers knew what they'd actually be designing in their classes and in their field. So that's one of the things that I think is pretty cool and kind of underappreciated sometimes, especially coming from an engineering student. It's roughly laid out where if we look on this side of the building, it's all lab spaces. And then on the other side of the building, over here, we have mostly classrooms and offices. So we're on the second floor of Asbjornson Hall right now, and it's home to the Dean of the Asbjornson College of Engineering. And here you can find some of our academic advisors, you can find some of the Dean's office staff and faculty, and just really get any questions you might have answered with some really friendly staff. And pro tip, there's always candy in here. So now we're at the Empower Student Center on the second floor of Asbjornson Hall. And this is a great place if you're an underrepresented student in engineering to get help with things like studying for tests, finding academic resources, and just having a space where you can collaborate with students who have a similar life experience to you. So we have a bunch of computer labs on campus that any students can use. These are really nice. They have a bunch of engineering programs and modeling softwares on there, so you don't have to load those onto your personal laptop. You can get in here at any time. You can print stuff out here, so it's just a great way to work on homework. Out front, the Billworth's makerspace right now, and this is a really neat spot if you want to come and work on projects or just kind of do the building and designing part of being an engineering student. One of the cool classes I got to take where I came into the makerspace was a class that I took in conjunction with MSU College of Engineering and the Honors College. We got to look at how Sims, the fly fishing company, uses their material waste. So we got to take samples of that waste that usually goes to the landfill, do pressure, water resistance, heat resistance, all that kind of testing in this lab, take it back to Sims, and then work with their design team to actually make products, whether that was keychains, beer koozies, sunglass croquis, all that. We got to make products that they can use again, not send to the landfill, and still make a profit off of. And so that was a really fun project I got to do, and I did a bunch of the preliminary testing right here in this space. So we just crossed the street, and instead of being in Asbjornson Hall, we're going into Barnard Hall now. This is one of the 3 engineering buildings, and it's home to the physics department and the computer science department. We're in the lobby of Barnard Hall right now. We just renovated it. It looks really nice in here for when you come in the fall. We've got some labs, some lecture halls, and some other offices in here that you can check out. This is the chemical engineering class lab. So in here we've got a bunch of different machinery and equipment that you can test out some of the principles you learn in your classes and what you'd be working on when you're a chemical engineer as your career. So we've got things like packed beds that simulate reactors. This is a fluidized bed that would simulate how you can cover M&Ms in that colorful stuff. We have a distillation column back there if you want to make specialty chemicals. Got a bunch of job postings, graduate school postings, study sessions, club meetings, all that here. So you can really be in the know with what the department's doing if you want to come to a pizza night that also has speakers from different graduate schools or industry partners. So just a good way to stay up to date on what's going on in the department. is one of the really cool research labs on campus. This is the Sub-Zero Snow Science Lab. In here, we do a bunch of research regarding anything to do with snow, whether it's avalanches, cold temperatures and materials, or how cold weather affects the human body. We all do that in this space. There's 6 cold rooms, one of the only places in the world to have 6 of those designated coal research rooms. And we do anything from Antarctic research to stuff here in Montana. So if you're at all interested in the snow, this is a great place to come to get some undergraduate research experience. So we're currently in a ramp right now, and we're going from Cobley Hall, which is the middle engineering building, into Roberts, which is the original engineering building. So all these buildings are connected to each other, so if it's snowing like crazy outside, you don't gotta go out in the snow. You can stay warm in here and just go in between the 3 buildings. So we are currently in Roberts Hall right now. This is the OG engineering building. It was built in the 1920s. There's a lot of history here. You can see it's all the original architecture and whatnot. We have the Mechanical and Industrial Engineering Department, which is one of the founding majors at MSU, just down the hallway. You can really get the sense that there have been a lot of smart people that have walked through these halls, and it's definitely an inspiration as the current engineering student. Outside of Roberts Hall right now, we went into Cobley Hall before this, and then we also have Barnard Hallway at the end, all of which comprise the College of Engineering. Within the Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, there's 14 degree options spread out over 5 departments, so you got a lot of variety to choose from. You can find all of those different degree options and all of the flow sheets on our website.